Hi, welcome back to Silver Iron Warriors. This is the week that the United States Powerlifting Association had their tested meet, national meet in Las Vegas. Today is the last day of it, and I've been watching it off and on throughout the week. It's been very exciting. And I thought I'd tell you a little story of my experience with United States Powerlifting Association national meets. You may remember my very first powerlifting meet, which was for USPA, was in 2011. I didn't know it at the time, but USPA had only been in business for a year. They started in 2010. And in 2012, I earned the right to go to a USPA national meet. It was held in Costa Mesa, California, which is in Southern California, south of Los Angeles. And I had a good meet there. I won 2 awards. I set a state record in deadlift. I was 65 years old. I was the only one in my age group that was competing. In 2013 I went, I did a whole video on that. That wasn't a good meet for me, but that was in Las Vegas. And my last meet before this year was in 2018, and I had sort of lost track of what was happening in USPA because of other life circumstances. I am telling you, USPA has grown substantially, and it is a very exciting sport to watch. When I was still working before I retired, people would say, "Oh, I understand you're bodybuilding." No, I wasn't bodybuilding, I was powerlifting. And they'd go, "Huh? What's powerlifting?" Today, when you say to somebody you're powerlifting, they immediately know what it is. The sport has certainly grown in numbers and in people and in participants. There's a lot more women participating, and it is very exciting. I watched some people pulling 600 and 700 pounds off the floor like it was nothing. And on Thursday, yesterday, I was watching in particular because my age group, 75 to 79, was competing in my weight group, which is 90 kilograms or 198 pounds. And believe it or not, there was at least one 81-year-old, a couple of people in the 75 to 79 age group. Of course, one of my concerns was, are they moving the goalposts? In other words, are the lifts that they're doing, am I going to have to do that much more to be able to set a state or a national record? At this point, I think I've got a good shot at both the state and national record for bench press. I believe I can keep the state record for squat. Deadlift, I'm not going to get there. The person in my age group who's doing deadlifts is about 400 pounds picking up off the floor. I'm not close to that yet. But it's very exciting to see. It's exciting to see more people in the 75 to 79 and 80 plus age group. And that's going to expand even more. And of course, when I was 65 and competing, I was the only one. Now there are lots of people in the 65 to 69 group and the 70 to 74 group also. So the sport has grown, and it's wonderful to see. So I urge you, if you get a chance, to go back and look at some of the video from it. They had approximately between 600 and 700 lifters at the tested national competition this week, which is larger. There's more people, more days of competition than the Open that's going to happen in a couple weeks in another part of the country. It tells you the growth of tested powerlifting, and USPA has been at the forefront. It's wonderful to see.